Traders, welcome back to our price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 and mini futures. The time frame is 2000 tick chart. We're going to be using only pure price action to understand how markets work. Today's session we had CPI announcement news, so you can see this generated massive spike down. Even though this looks very bearish, we have to understand that these volatile spikes down are generally not that long lasting. They can get reversed fairly quickly, and sometimes it is actually quite typical. You will see market taking the news back in a form of a weak uptrend. So this is something to take into consideration. It doesn't happen every single time. You can of course continue working lower, but if you can see market not being in a downtrend and you are working higher, there's the potential that the market wants to take these news back. So right now let's see what's going to happen. We have spike down consolidation, a little bit unclear, but let's focus what market does after open. And we have quite a strong spike in a channel pattern working high. You can see how nicely the channel fits. We are breaking the structure. So now I'm basically following the trend line rule, because as a price action trader, that's what I have to do, just follow the trend line rule. The bigger bias right now is not fully established just yet. I cannot go long, have a new high, first entry long, pull back, second entry long. As you can see, it never triggered above bullish bar, it triggered above bearish inside bar. So of course I cannot go long above bearish inside bar. Market is working lower. At this point I was expecting new high, but we retraced so far down. Okay, so the structure is not fully established yet, so I'm not going to argue with the market. I'm just going to redraw a brand new downtrend, something like this. I have a small break, push to new extreme already. So downtrend played out. We're correcting with a new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short at the EMA, but we first broke higher. Also, this is an inside bar and we can't take inside bars. We broke above EMA and there's a chance that the downtrend has a small break new extreme. So definitely in a situation like this, I would need lower high confirmation setup, because downtrend played out, potential, we pushed above EMA first, and there is an inside bar. So I gotta be careful. No good double trap. The signal bar is not that strong. And market continues to trend higher like this. So I'm gonna redraw a brand new uptrend working higher. And we have massive push up. So if I'm gonna zoom out, at this point, nothing much is happening. There are not that many setups. And I can see that we are creating series of high lows and higher highs. And this looks like we may have the wider, weaker channel on our hands, because this push up is so significant. We exceeded the latest highest high. It makes sense to right now predict potential wider uptrend, something like this. I'm going to copy it. But at the top, it fits pretty well. So let's see what's going to happen. You can definitely tell that the bias is not bearish, nor it is behaving as a trend range. Okay. This is not sideways structure where you have key levels. You have basically weak form of an uptrend. So this is why I'm trying to look for some bigger pattern. Had there been a failed second entry short here, you would consider, because downtrend played out, but there is no failed second entry short. We have a small break new high of the short-term channel, and I have to redraw the correction channel like this. So as you can see, I'm not only drawing channels with the direction of the main trend, I'm also drawing every single time these correction channels, because I want to identify if the correction is in play or not. And these correction channels are helping me to understand, okay, the downtrend is still in play, the correction is still taking place, and I cannot go long. The correction is still taking place. Small break, push to new extreme, downtrend played out. We are pushing above EMA, we have a new low, first entry short failure. So we have a high-low confirmation setup. At this point, high-low is quite decent contextually, because it's confirming our potential bullish bias, the bullish trend. Okay, because our short-term trend played out with a break new high. I'm thinking there can be some wider pattern, wider channel. It's good that we are back above EMA and we have high-low, but you have to use double bar entry, wait for trigger here. I don't think this double bar entry is that great. It's a little bit too big. Can we get a full second entry short? We can. This actually would have ended up being a great full second entry short had it formed closer to the EMA. Had it been closer to the EMA, actually this setup would have been great, because a great signal bar, EMA keeps holding. So I'm going to mark it more aggressive, because it's really great setup. There's momentum, there's good context, good signal bar, but I didn't take it. I wanted to see it closer to the EMA. But next time I'm going to see it, it's going to be close to the EMA. It's a decent setup to consider. And market created overshoot of our trend channel line. So this means that right now we can have stronger correction in the opposite direction. And by the way, you can once again see another high that is higher. So there is no downtrend. This is definitely not a trend range. So we can trust this wider channel. There is a weak version of this uptrend. So we're not thinking about selling. Now after overshoot, you can have a stronger pullback. You can even break the trend line. So if there's going to be textbook second entry long after overshoot, I have to skip. Okay, because as you can see, market never can continue working hard indefinitely. There has to be push phase and correction phase. Push phase, correction phase, push phase, correction phase, push phase after overshoot. It cannot simply go higher indefinitely. That's not how market operates. Okay, this is why we're using these channels, because I don't have to use any other indicator, no volume profile, order flow to understand that the market is overbought. I can look at the chart, use candlesticks, and by identifying the correct channel, I can predict this is overbought area and we can expect market to continue working lower. So because this trend was quite weak, because the pullbacks are very, very broad, more advanced traders, they can, let's say, take some failed second entry long, maybe some lower high, no problem. But if you're a beginner trader, you always want to skip these at first because you can get chopped up a lot in the future if the trend is going to be just a little bit stronger. Okay, for example, now you have kind of like a new high first entry long, second entry long failure, and a lower high confirmation. So, you know, more advanced trader can actually pull the trigger here because the trend was so broad and so weak, where if you have weak trend combined with the overshoot, there is a high likelihood the market is going to go lower. That's how market works. So I can mark it a little bit more aggressive. Once again, I like to see some more confirmed setups, such as second entry short, if I'm thinking that the downtrend right now is kicking in, which it is, because you can see a lot of confirmations. I was looking for a second entry short that never formed. We're back above EMA. Now we're back below, and there was pretty much no way for us to go short. No second entry short at EMA, no nothing. So right now you're observing the market do its thing. Once again, perfect price action. Just not that many great setups, but it's okay to start trading. Market is correcting lower. We're breaking the channel, which can definitely happen. So once again, you can see this is the power of using pure price action. We identify series of high highs and high lows. We identify the channel. Overshoot, so we're predicting stronger pullback. And now we're breaking the channel, so we expect price action to go higher. We actually have some nice reaction here. You can see prices are reacting to this trend line. And we have new low, first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure. So this right here is a felt second entry short, back above the EMA. We expect new high, and this is decent high probability setup. We also have high-low confirmation setup right here. This is also a great opportunity to enter. I unfortunately didn't take it. Why? Because what happened here a little bit confused me, because I was expecting for this channel to be in play the whole time here, even here. But as we had additional two pushes lower, I was thinking, hold on, why these downtrends are breaking low and we keep pushing lower so strongly? Are we reversing down? So I wasn't really going long here. But according to price action rules, it definitely makes sense. The signal bars are small. You can see this was just a little bit prolonged bearish pressure. It was a bit confusing. I didn't take it, but it's a good setup. Market keeps going higher. So I'm going to redraw a brand new uptrend. Now, what is the target? Okay, as price action traders, we always want to have target in the back of our minds. So I expect prices to reach the new high of this channel. And also what is good, what gives you confidence every single time, is when you have also this secondary channel in play. This is perfect. These are the situations I love, because not only I expect new high for the main channel, but this secondary channel is in play. So there's going to be second entry long at the EMA or other high probability setup. There's a very high likelihood it's going to work because two trends will need new high. There is still bullish bias. If I will break a new high of the shorter term channel, but the bigger channel still needs new high, then still we're not thinking about selling, we're still thinking about buying. But it gets a little bit tricky because the secondary channel already has a break in new high. So I need setup to form better because there can be some correction. But as long as this trend is in play, you're always thinking about buying and you can be a little bit more aggressive. Can I get a second entry long at the EMA? No second entry long at the EMA, unfortunately. And you can see massive leg to new high without entry, unless you go long at the bottom. If you can catch this, you can have massive runner break, and we have new extreme for this uptrend. So now the uptrend played out, but because this push to new high is so strong, so clean, there is a chance that even the secondary channel is gonna get the new high. Okay, the longer the push to new high is and the longer the secondary channel is and the stronger it is, there's still a chance that the market wants to see even new high for the secondary channel. With that said, I still cannot take the very first second entry long. For example, you have a new high, first entry long, no break below, so the first entry long is still in play. You have a second entry long here. This is an inside bar, but hypothetically, let's say this is not an inside bar. This would be a great signal bar. I still can't take it because the main trend played out, okay? The main trend played out, bigger patterns take precedence. If I expect the secondary channel to also get new high, it's always better to wait for high low. Wait for high low, it's always better to be safe rather than sorry. And lo and behold, we have a new low, first entry short, great high low confirmation setup. It's confirming the second entry long, it's confirming that even this trend is going to get new high, it's confirming the EMA rejection. I took this setup, and this is a great textbook. I brought this up. This setup will work 98% of the time. Everything aligned, so finally super great textbook setup. Now all trends played out. Every single trend on our chart played out. So I'm pausing looking to go long. Singular pattern doesn't mean anything. Okay, for example, there is some good long setup here, and this is not really good setup context wise. I mean, this is good setup only locally, but context matters. All trends played out. So just because I get some support and decent bullish bar, I cannot go long, okay? Because I have no reason for market to go higher. All uptrends played out. So now we can have correction or reversal. So don't just focus on patterns. We are not pattern traders. You want context and you want to take advantage of the patterns once you understand the context. So I'm not taking anything. Okay, market is going a little bit sideways. Nothing much happening here. I don't think you can take a failed breakout. Push quite far down. You know, there is no trend to confirm it. Market keeps going lower. We keep going lower. So I'm going to redraw the downtrend. Something like this. Series of lower highs and low lows. Okay. I have a new low first entry short, pullback, second entry short. I cannot take second entry short because the signal bar is bullish. Now I have a lower high confirmation setup. I have to use double bar entry, but I get some small resistance. EMA keeps holding. Downtrend needs to get new extreme. The signal bar is not that great, but context is good. EMA resistance, downtrend is new low. This is decent lower high confirmation setup. Downtrend needs to get new extreme. Break a new low. Okay. I have to redraw a brand new uptrend. Second entry short can't take. Inside bar. Market keeps going lower. Now, once again, this was a bit tricky area because in hindsight, there is nice failed second entry short. In hindsight, we can see the failed second entry short looks really good. But you have a break new low, another push down, another push down. It begs the question, what if there is like the wider channel? You can see it fits really well. So when you're watching this live, you have to make a bunch of decisions. You can also make a case for potential trend range like this. Let's say like this. So I didn't take it because I was more expecting some stronger downtrend because it really looks confirmed. It aligns with the EMA. You know, you can consider, if you took it, you're reading this perfectly, good job. But to me, there were too many conflicting variables because this downtrend can be in play. And also we kind of negated the trend range. The trend range is not holding as well as I would like. You can see some holding here. So this is a great failed second entry short in hindsight, but it's just not that easy to pull the trigger real time. But if you took it, no problem. You're reading this correctly, a little bit more advanced. We have a little bit of overshoot. You have a potential double trap, new high first entry long, second entry long failure. Second entry long is so far from the EMA, but the double trap as well. There's a massive gap between the body and the EMA. This is not good. We don't want to see such a massive gap between the body and the EMA. So you can't take it because we need to see it close to the EMA. The pullback is not over yet. EMA tail trap. So I need some hollow confirmation setup. I was really getting ready to go long here above this bar, but there was no trigger. There was simply no entry here. It never triggered. It reversed down, and now the market is about to close. So this is the overall structure for today. We're going to zoom back. As you can see, market almost took the news back. This is actually quite common. The trend tends to be quite weak as well. You generally don't get a very strong uptrend taking it back. It's very slow and choppy. So pretty much decent price action, overshoot leads to a break. You expect new high. This was a great setup. Couple decent setups today, few a little bit more aggressive ones, but the overall structure was fairly decent. By the way, the last few days were quite slow. So if you're not taking that many setups the last few days, it's definitely okay. I also didn't take any setup yesterday because these last 3 days it's been quite slow and it's hard to find a decent setup. Today was a little bit better, but I just want to put it out there that if you didn't take any setup the last few days, you're not alone. There just simply weren't that many setups. I think yesterday I only saw one good setup in hindsight. So we had a little bit slower price action, slower than usual. I don't remember seeing such a slow and boring price action in a very long time. Generally you at least get a few setups, but hopefully it is turning over now. Either way, I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.